That's the type of player he is. We know that. We could do a better job of trying to take him out of that and, get the ball out of his hands. But it's tough in the flow of the game, especially when you're going back and forth. It's a close game. Just, that's the type of player he is. You obviously try to keep up with it. And, he had a big quarter. I think he had like 25 in the third quarter. So that'll do it.
You get up for matchups like this, Booker, the Bills.
Everybody does across the board. Everybody gets up for matchups, but I get up for each and every game, just trying to help us win too. So,
given what you said post game in Sacramento, you looked like you really took it upon yourself at both ends to be much more aggressive, much more attack mode. How did you feel like you played, and how did you feel physically?
I still made a bunch of mistakes I wish I could make up for, but everybody's going to think that. Just wanted to go out there and play as hard as I can. I'm going to continue to do that, try to be aggressive, and hopefully, we can start stockpiling some of these wins. This game was a lot closer than the score dictated. A couple runs here and there, can break a game open against a really good team like this. But, we had our opportunities. I like the way we came out. We fought, but we still made too many mistakes not to, it didn't allow us to win the game.
You know what the schedule still brings. You guys got to go to Phoenix, and you got to come home a couple days. Toronto, Milwaukee. I mean, it just boom, 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 boom. I know there's a point where Billy Donovan talked about kind of embracing this part of the schedule because of the lessons it teaches teams. What's your view on what's being taught to this team, and what's your view on it? Is the team reacting to what should be taught, and are they learning something from it?
It's a lot of questions, Joe.
Just take one.
Obviously, you have to go up against these teams. I talk about it all the time, but we're not scared of the competition. We know that we have to come out and play these teams, especially coming to a playoff team. It's nothing but good teams. So we have to start getting the confidence of beating these guys. The lessons being learned is, obviously our margin of error isn't that big. We're competing, we're close, but we're not getting the win, and that's what matters the most. So we have to figure out what that factor is to help us get over the hump. Because until then, it's all for nothing.
Can it be figured out in 13 games?
It's going to have to. If not, we're not going to be looking at the right thing, are we? So, obviously everybody has their head up high. We're all grown men, and nobody's feeling sorry for us. We got to just do it and, do it as a team and go out there and, figure it out. Just keep chipping away.
Like, is there any element of this team right now that's just ready to get to the playoffs?
No, you got to look at each day. The playoffs is in, I don't know, another 13 games. We have a flight to Phoenix tomorrow, and then we got to play them. We can't worry about what's going to be on in the future. We got to get ready for the next game.
How did you feel physically today?
Felt good, and happy about that. Try to do as much treatment as I can to continue to feel this way.
One thing about that, you're kind of flexible. What are you trying to do on the court?
Every game.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I get lost in the game, just making sure I'm okay.
Thanks, Zach.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just sore. It's just going to take time. We took a very aggressive rehab schedule and ramp up schedule so I could get back here and be with the team and try to play. So, it just kind of comes with the territory.
Is it affecting your ball handling or passing, or is it just kind of just acclimation to playing again?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm not 100%, I'm not going to lie to you, but, I'm really just trying to get, it's more so just the rhythm of the game. I try not to make excuses, but that 7 weeks or 6.5 weeks is, it's tough. I didn't get any practices or anything, just right back in the game. So I got high standards for how I want to play, how I want the team to play. And I don't think I'm doing my part as well as I can right now, which, is frustrating, but I can only control what I can control. Got to look forward, next game, next possession, get back to it.
How would you describe what you're feeling in this?
Just soreness. Same thing like a bruise or, something like that where, when you hit it, it hurts and it'll go away for a couple minutes. And if you hit it again, it hurts again. Just kind of like that.
Did you hit it in the last 5 minutes when you doubled over the pass? Looked like you were
Yeah, I mean, I hit it multiple times leading up into that throughout the game. That's basketball. It's NBA. It's a physical sport.
defensively for this team right now, what are you noticing? Bill keeps talking about the pick and roll, front of attack. What is it about the team's defense right now? It's not standards.
We're just not winning enough possessions. I really don't even think it was an effort thing tonight. Some games like the SAC game first half, it was kind of an effort thing. We kind of gave in, subsided to the competition aspect of it, and then came out and played well in the second half. But tonight our effort was good. I think it was just the execution. I think it's just being solid, winning little possessions within the possession. Winning a ball screen, winning a pin down, winning your box out, little things like that we got to get better at. If we want to be where we want to be at the end of the year and win games when it matters, we can't give up 125, 71 in the second half. And that's take 5 points off each of that. It's a different game, right? So it's a single digit game. So, that might be one box out a quarter and one pick and roll a quarter that we got to win. It's not like we're, getting gashed. It's just little things here and there that if we sure up, be in a lot better position.
What is your concern of Alex, knowing what it takes to be a really good playoff team and knowing the fact that you guys have been talking about some of these same things all season?
Mhm.
What is your concern level about where you guys are now with so few games from now?
I don't know if there's a concern level, but it's just, the sense of urgency's got to be there. It's something that we keep talking about. We can't turn it on, 14 games from now or 13 games from now. It's something that we got to try and get better at. And honestly, I think we took a better step tonight from where we were last game. I just don't think we executed, like I said, a couple possessions within the possession of winning a ball screen, executing the coverages that we were supposed to be in. But I don't think we're far off.
Alex, is there ever I know injuries are part of every team's NBA, but is there ever frustration level? Because there is a large body of work from you guys as an elite defensive team this season when you guys were whole.
Mhm.
And, Lonzo may or may not be coming back at some point, but he's also going to go through an acclimation process like yourself. So how do you kind of weigh, oh man, that's what we were with your reality right now?
Can't change the past, can't predict the future. We gotta roll with what we got. Coaches told us all year, and I'll reiterate, what we got's enough. We got good players, we got a good team. It's not a thing of, we got to make sure somebody comes back so we can be a good defensive team. It's just about going out there and doing it. It's about making a concise effort, conscious decision to do it every possession and to think about what we got to do and execute it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Alex.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Really, obviously, their 3-point shooting really hurt you, and Donovan in the third quarter was just kind of ridiculous. It seemed like some of those shots were contested. What did you see from your guys' defense?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty good in the first half. He obviously got going in the third, and we started to try to trap him, some to try to slow him down. We were back a few times. He did make some tough shots that I thought were well contested, well guarded. But I think what happened was once we did start trapping, we rotationally fouled quite a bit, put him to the free throw line. But the difference was the free throw line and certainly the 3-point shooting.
Have you had a chance to talk to Alex Caruso about his wrist? He was flexing in the last 5
He's sore
months.
right now. He's sore. It just hurts. It's sore. Like I said, I think, uncharacteristic to him. I mean, it's been 2 games in a row. He had 4 turnovers last game. And then even this game, early in the game, you can see him kind of bobbling balls. And that's what I was trying to talk about before the game had started with you guys. It's going to take him some time to get that back, that strength back, that feel back. And, I think for him, he's just sore right now. And I think that's probably to be expected. He didn't tell me he hit it. He just told me he was really sore.
But Billy, as you said, Nathan, the bone is fully healed. It's just going to be an acclimation process.
Yeah, it's more the strength part of it. The strength part of it's going to be the issue. I mean, he's got, don't get me wrong, he's got strength back, he can shoot, but I do think that it's probably not to the level it was where it will get to. And I'm not making an excuse for him, but he has really been a guy that's generally been pretty good about taking care of the ball. And there's just some things early in the game when he got in there, you could just see he's kind of bobbling the ball, fumbling a little bit. And listen, he's going to play. He's going to put his nose in plays, and he's going to bang it. And he's just going to be sore, just the way it is.
Where else did you feel like in the second half this one got away from you outside of Donovan's 3-point shooting?
Yeah, I mean, even with all that, in that third quarter, we were okay. You know, I'm not saying we were like in great shape, but there wasn't a lot of distance. I thought the game totally changed on the side of the bounce play. Ball got skipped across the floor. It's a 6-point game. It went to 9. The next possession came down. We did not rotate correctly, and it was another 3. And in 2 possessions, the lead went from 6 to 12. And then at that point in time, I don't know, was maybe inside of 6 or right around 6 minutes at that time. That's when I thought the game changed. I mean, we were battling and fighting, got down by 10 and then kind of got back. But I just think we had a really hard time tonight, in my opinion. Just, I want to watch the film. So we had a really hard time controlling the ball. Our guards could not get the ball under control at all, from Clarkson and, Mitchell, Conley. They kind of really had their way with, and they're great off the dribble. So I'm not like, it's a hard thing, but we had a really hard time. And I thought that was a big part of when they got going, is when they got going off the dribble and we could not really get the ball under control. And then when we did try to say, okay, we're having a hard time doing it, let's trap them. We've got to be able to pull in and rotate and communicate better than we did. And some of that led to fouls, but I thought it all started to me at the point of the screen with the ability to contain the ball.
Hey, Billy, I know you talked about kind of trying to embrace this point of the schedule, this part of the schedule, because it is so toughest schedule left in the East still. At what point, though, does that embracing it start to become more concerning when that embrace is not hugging back? You know what I mean? It just seems there's 13 games left.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of saying the same stuff, free throw line, 3-pointers, meaningful stops.
Mm-hmm.
At what point do you say, hey, I mean, if you guys want to be what you've talked about all year and have, shown at times,
Mm-hmm.
then you got to get it right.
I agree, but I also think this is not an experienced group in those situations where there's been those kind of games you're talking about. And unfortunately, some of these guys have got to learn. Kobe's learning in these situations. I think Io, being a rookie, is going to have to learn. Zach's first time he's been in a position where, he's hopefully, we're going to working towards playing after the regular season. We've got some guys that are in there. And as much as DeMar or Alex or Tristan talk about their experience, it's nothing like when you go through your own personal experience, but like it's being, pushed in front of our face every single game, where it ebbs and flows, but like these games can change in a possession, a missed block out, a miscommunication, a foul, someone jumping through the air on a shot fake, not getting matched up on the side of the bounce play. It's like, it's so hard to get easy baskets in games like this that you want to try to eliminate as many as you can and try to get as many as you can. But I think I've always said this, that the reality of it looking in our face, it's how we have to respond to it. And do I think that we've figured all those things out? Absolutely not. I don't feel that way. I think we have a long, long way to go in these moments, but like, this is what we have to go through. I've never been around a team that, when you're getting to the point in the season that we're in, you're trying to play in these meaningful games and you really have never been there before, that all of a sudden it just becomes, oh, this is easy. Like, it's just not. And we're going to have to figure that part of it out. And, there's just an attention to detail and a concentration. It's being able to, I'm at the free throw line and I'm not thinking about the last play or the next play. I got to block out. It's a side of the bounce. Who do I got? Let's get matched up before the ball comes in bounce. It's that ability to shift to the next thing quickly is where we've got to get better. And, I think even some of the communication stuff, like there's times where in situations where somebody's got to be in the lane, taking Gobert on a roll, and they're outside the lane. And then it's too late to run in there and a guy's 7'1" and try to go vertical with him or foul him and give him free throws. So like, it's just that those attention to detail things, I think I think our guys are playing hard. They're trying, they don't give up, they battle, they fight, but there's an experience component that we're going through that I'm hoping that to your point, we learn some of these lessons sooner than later.
Have you seen it previously where it can be found in a game or two against high competition and bottled and kept, or is it going to be that ebb and flow that you talked about? I mean, you got Phoenix, Toronto, Milwaukee.
Yeah, coming. It's coming. No, it is. But I think, Joe, the one thing too is like, I've seen like we fouled too much on rotations tonight, but I've seen a huge improvement on shot fake discipline. I've seen an improvement there. Now, we did foul 2 3-point shooters there, but I've seen it be better. I've seen better and more conscientious responsibility to blocking out. I've seen, some of those, so I've seen some growth in some areas. Are we all there yet? No, but I have seen some growth, but we've got to continue to grow and get better through this. And we have to learn through this. And I think what happens is, I would say, when you're trying to achieve or accomplish something or get somewhere, you then in the moment of difficulty find out how important it is to you. Because I'm sure a lot of these guys are probably saying this is just a lot harder than I thought it was, and it is. But you're going to have to continually fight together and keep getting better and trying to grow and improve. And, I think that offensively, we haven't shot the ball at the same rate that we had early in the year. And a lot of that has to do with, for the most part, I don't know what the number would be, but a lot of defense we're playing against are top 10 defenses, and they don't give up easy baskets. And we've got to eliminate that. So again, I know this is something we have to go through, and as tough as it is, we got to lean into it. In my opinion, we got to lean into it and take it on.
Billy, we're gonna take one more from Zoom. Rob, go ahead.
Yeah, Billy, it looked like you got Zach out of there a little early compared to the rest of the starters. Was anything bothering him with his knee, or was that just a case of game out of reach, get him out of there? I think it was around the 4.5 minute mark of the
Yeah,
fourth.
I didn't talk to him, but he was limping. I didn't like the way he looked. I didn't really talk to him. He said he was okay. I kind of made the decision to do it because I did see him limping. That's all I know right now. Nothing more than that. So, I think like we've talked about, he's going to have to manage that. It's just going to be part of the process. So we'll see how he feels, going into this next game and see how he feels tomorrow.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you, Billy.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Yep. Appreciate it. Yep.
It's gonna be a minute. I don't know who it's gonna be, but